Welcome to the Daily Table. My name is Ben, I'll be your host, and I did not think about how to do the intro to this video. Here are the headlines. Bear 747, aka Bear Force 1, was declared the winner of Fat Bear Week. I bring this up for two reasons. One, I think Bear Force 1 is an excellent name for a bear, and two, to remind myself once again that this is a nature thing, not a gay thing. Texas beat Oklahoma 49-0 during the Red River rivalry game this year. And I'm starting a petition to change the name from the Red River Rivalry to the Red River Show, because a rivalry would imply that two teams need to show up. Tennessee beat Alabama for the first time in 15 years. And while yes, this is a victory for Tennessee, anytime Alabama loses is a victory for all of us. Thank you, Dolly Parton. The Mississippi River has dropped to record lows, which just goes to prove that not even the water wants to stay in Mississippi. In order to check on the situation further, we'll cut to our correspondent in the field. Mississippi, how dry is the river? Yeah, I'm here at the river right now, and I can confirm that it is, in fact, drier than an Alabama brisket out here. Are you worried at all about your current drought? That's kind of a personal question, don't you think? I don't see how. Look, every man goes through a drought every once in a while, okay? Dry spells are a normal thing. Mississippi, I wasn't talking about that. I just don't see why you gotta air my dirty laundry on camera like that. Okay, thanks Mississippi. You think paying for Tinder Premium would help? Moving on. The new iPhone's crash detection feature has been dialing 911 on roller coasters. I was actually able to obtain one of the transcripts from these emergency calls, and I'm gonna read it to you now. Dispatcher, 911, what is your emergency? Caller, I thought it was fun. While this has been weird for everybody, nobody's had a harder time coping than dispatchers from New Jersey who spent most of the first day worrying that somebody reopened Action Park. Alaskan king crab season has been canceled for the first time ever, and while this is devastating to a lot of people for a lot of reasons, I don't want us to forget the people most harshly affected by this are dads, when they realize they're going to have to watch reruns of The Deadliest Catch this year. When asked about the situation, Alaska fisherman and boat captain Luke Scalzi said pretty much what happened is about 1 billion crabs went missing and they don't know what happened. Now, I'm not involved in this world at all. I have no formal training in oceanology or oceanography or crabology or boats. But I suspect even if I did, I would still find it absolutely insane that 1 billion crabs just went missing. I didn't think crabs could do that. If it was a normal thing for 1 billion crabs to just go missing, then every college town in America would be ecstatic. People are now speculating that snow crab season may be canceled for up to 4 years, and king crab season might be canceled for 2 or even 3 years. Before we move on to our final headline, let's cut to our sponsor. Hey hun, Maryland blue crab season wasn't canceled, so get you some Old Bay and come on down the ocean. We should have checked the news before we approved that sponsor. 2 protesters were arrested after throwing tomato soup on a Van Gogh. Look, I love a good protest. I hate this. Before I get into it, I want to acknowledge that there's like a conspiracy theory out there that's saying that these people represent an organization that is actually funded by some oil heiress or something like that, and this whole situation was just a ploy to make climate activists look dumb. And if that's the case, congrats. But given their past protest efforts, I don't think it is. I'm just so tired of ineffective protests. If you're trying to coordinate a protest, there's 2 things you really need to keep in mind. One, they take much longer than you think. The Montgomery bus boycott lasted over a year before the city did anything. And 2, if you're not giving them a reason to make you stop, then your protest is empty. If you're protesting climate change and your goal is to have your government stop new licensing for oil drills and whatever, and your protest is to throw soup on paintings in a museum, then that might be effective because your government will have to pay for the repairs in a lot of cases. There are 2 things wrong with this. 1, just doing it once isn't good enough. Protests take much longer than you think. And 2, the London National Gallery, where this tomato soup protest took place, is funded by a Swiss bank. And they have been for 14 years. If you're not giving the government a reason to make you stop, they won't make you stop. I know none of this was funny and I'm a comedian, so it should have been, so I'll end this segment on a joke. Why did the chicken pile a bunch of electric scooters up into the town square and light them on fire? Because he was French. And that's how the French protest. There were other headlines. I didn't get to them. Bye.